Today, Wei's putting the badge before the beatdown. Yep, it's a full shift of cop duty. No Triad drama, no bar fights. Just good old-fashioned surveillance, bugs, and chasing criminals who think they're faster than Hong Kong traffic. Spoiler alert, they're not. Let's clean up the streets, one ridiculous arrest at a time. Time to reunite with my loyal steed, parked, waiting, and probably wondering why I keep abandoning it for taxis and stolen race cars. Don't worry, buddy. Daddy's back. Let's hit the streets like we never ghosted each other. Alright, time to play Find the Felon on Hong Kong GPS. Let's see, noodles, nightclubs, more shrines. Ah, there it is. Crime waiting to be stopped. Or caused. Depends on the traffic. Off we go, Wei Shen, part-time cop, full-time chaos delivery guy. If justice had a GPS, it would reroute to me every time. Let's catch some bad guys. Or at least beat the traffic first. Alright, I'm in a cop car, sirens on, donuts in spirit. Time to show this criminal what happens when you make Wei Shen skip his lunch break. Let's turn this car chase into a bumper-to-bumper regret. Buddy, you can run all you want, but you're about to learn the hard way that Hong Kong traffic and Wei Shen don't play fair. Insurance premium just went boom, courtesy of Officer Shen.
Good luck. Bring him
Oh
in
great,
alive.
first a car chase, now a street audition for Hong Kong's Got Knockouts. Let's dance, sunshine.
It's under control. Bring in suspect in.
Congratulations, you've won a one-way trip to Hong Kong's finest, holding cell. Alright, crime doesn't sleep, and apparently, neither does Wei Shen. Time to clock in for another exciting shift as Hong Kong's most underpaid, overqualified undercover cop/street fighter/part-time philosopher. Let's see what today's case file holds. Is it a car thief, a drug deal, or just another poor soul who thought he could outdrive a man with bulletproof fists and a GPS made of vengeance? Buckle up, boys. Justice is back on the menu, and I'm serving it cold, with a side of tire smoke and sarcasm.
All tactical units.
Look at me now, undercover cop, street racer, Triad enforcer, and proud driver of the least intimidating vehicle in Hong Kong. That's right. I've traded in horsepower for horse wagon. Rolling through the streets in this metal shoebox feels like I'm delivering justice and expired bread at the same time. You hear that engine? Neither do I. It hums with the energy of a depressed microwave. But don't be fooled. This van may look like a delivery truck from a rejected sitcom, but it's about to deliver karma, handcuffs, and possibly a concussion or two. So criminals, beware. The law is coming. Slowly. With terrible handling.
Says we need to bring him in alive. Sorry, boys, you heard me. Alive.
I'm unarmed! Don't hurt me!
Ladies and gentlemen, justice has been served, piping hot, with a side of street style and absolutely no chill. Our criminal friend thought he could outrun the law, but he didn't factor in the sheer chaos of Wei Shen behind the wheel of a 2-ton lawmobile and a playlist full of regret. One moment he was speeding through Hong Kong, the next he's kissing the pavement with cuffs tighter than his last relationship. And me? I'm just out here adding another notch to my arrested with flair scoreboard. At this rate, I'll need a second badge and a trophy shelf. Another perp down, another mission complete, and another day of crime fighting in questionable fashion choices. On to the next. Alright, back in the van and off to chase yet another criminal who thinks Hong Kong is their personal playground. Spoiler alert, it's not. It's mine. Let's see what flavor of law-breaking nonsense awaits this time. Speeding? Smuggling? Jaywalking with confidence? Doesn't matter. Wei Shen's coming, and the GPS is set to deliver justice. Ah yes, armed robbery. Nothing like waking up, grabbing a quick tea, and diving headfirst into bullets and bad decisions. Word on the street is someone thought it'd be smart to rob a place in my city. Cute. So now it's time for Wei Shen, part-time cop, full-time chaos, to crash the party. Guns. Loaded. Backup. Questionable. Plan. Non-existent. Let's be honest, I'll probably end up behind cover yelling, "Reloading," every 5 seconds. But hey, who needs strategy when you've got infinite slow MO and a heroic sense of overconfidence? And that's how you serve justice, Hong Kong street style, with a side of flying bullets and foot chases through questionable alleyways. This guy really thought he could outrun Wei Shen? Bro, I've been parkouring over fruit stands since episode 1. You tripped over your shoelace and got tackled into a pile of expired dumplings. I slapped the cuffs on so fast, even Officer Teng probably blinked twice. Another criminal off the streets, another victory for Wei Shen. Next time, maybe stick to petty theft or knitting. Because facing me in a shootout? That's not bravery, that's bad decision-making with background music. And off we go again. Hong Kong's most stylish undercover cop, back on patrol like it's casual Friday. I just arrested a man mid-gunfight, dodged 3 taxis, and now I'm casually cruising to the next disaster like it's a coffee run. At this point, I don't even know if I work for the police, the Triads, or Uber. All I know is, every time I check my map, it's just another glowing dot of regret waiting for me. Buckle up, because this next stop probably involves someone doing something stupid, and Wei Shen's about to drop in like a fashionable wrecking ball with a badge. Ah yes, another relaxing day in the life of Wei Shen, except instead of brunch, we're heading into a hostage situation with an armed lunatic. Fantastic. Because nothing screams mental wellness like charging into danger while wearing knockoff Jiggler sneakers and a face value that still won't get me a sports car. But hey, Wei's here, armed with justice, sarcasm, and the kind of uppercuts that make therapists nervous. Somewhere out there is a poor civilian wondering if their life's about to flash before their eyes. And instead, they're gonna see my glorious sideburns charging in at full speed. Let's do this. 1 thug. 1 hostage. 0 chill. Wei's about to turn this stick-up into a smackdown. Ah, what a life. Most people head to work with coffee in one hand and crushed dreams in the other. Me. I hop in my police-approved vehicle, which I may or may not have borrowed without paperwork, and cruise through traffic like it owes me rent. Because yes, once again, Wei Shen is heading toward another thrilling, high-stakes government-mandated side quest. Do I know what the job is? Nope. Could be a jaywalker. Could be a full-blown armed hostage crisis. Could be someone illegally feeding ducks. Don't laugh, I once tackled a guy for overfeeding koi. All I know is this. I've got wheels, a badge that kinda means something, and more unresolved aggression than a vending machine that ate my lunch money in 3rd grade. So buckle up, imaginary passengers, because this ride's got no seatbelts, no chill, and definitely no idea what low profile means. Next stop, justice. Or chaos. Honestly, same thing at this point. Well. What do we have here? Another criminal who thought he could outrun the long arm of the law, and the short temper of Wei Shen. Buddy, you just activated chase mode, and I haven't even finished my morning dumplings. Bad move. Now here I am, strapped into my borrowed cop mobile, lights flashing, sirens blaring, and caffeine levels dangerously low, aka the worst possible day to test my patience. This isn't just a high-speed pursuit, it's a Hong Kong-style demolition derby with paperwork at the end. Look at this guy swerving through traffic like he's auditioning for Fast and Furious. Kowloon Drift. Spoiler alert, this isn't a movie, and you're definitely not the protagonist. I, on the other hand, have plot armor, a dashboard bobblehead of Uncle Pa, and a strong desire to turn your bumper into scrap metal. Let's be honest, this chase? Inevitable. You messed with the wrong city, the wrong gang, and most importantly, the wrong guy with unlimited respawns and an unhealthy attachment to justice. So floor it while you can, my friend. Because Wei Shen is on your tail, and I've got more rage than a street vendor whose cart just got flipped. Cue dramatic music, and maybe some light property damage. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fake Rolex owners and bootleg DVD sellers, we are officially entering the final stretch of Wei Shen's Law & Order, Hong Kong edition. Only 2 cop jobs remain, and at this point, even my badge is asking for a break. You'd think after chasing down criminals, dodging bullets, hijacking vans, saving hostages, busting drug rings, and surviving cop vans with a turning radius of a cruise ship, I'd be relaxing at the apartment, sipping tea and admiring my shrine collection. But no, crime doesn't sleep, and apparently neither does Wei. These last 2 missions, probably the toughest yet, or maybe the dumbest. Either way, I'm going in like a traffic cone through a windshield, loud, unnecessary, but somehow effective. By now, the Hong Kong underworld knows 2 things. Never call the cops, because it might be me. If you hear screeching tires and dramatic one-liners, you've got 5 seconds to run, or 5 seconds until I park a police van inside your living room. So buckle up, my fellow keyboard deputies. We've got 2 last rides on this bumpy, chaotic, siren-blaring road. Wei Shen's bringing justice, whether the criminals want it or not, and probably a few broken bones as a bonus. Well, looks like it's hostage time again. Because nothing says hero cop like one man, a questionable badge, and a growing reputation for solving every crisis by punching someone through a vending machine. Some poor soul's been snatched, and it's up to Officer Wei, one-man SWAT Team Shen, to crash the party. Do we have a negotiation plan? Nope. A tactical team? Also nope. Just me, a burning sense of justice, and probably a fist with someone's name on it. Now, if I had $1 for every armed thug who thought kidnapping was a solid career move, I'd own half of North Point by now. Spoiler alert, hostage-taking never works out, especially when I'm on shift. These guys always forget one thing. Wei doesn't knock. He just breaks the door and your kneecaps in one swift motion. So here we go again, channeling my inner action movie star, busting in like it's the final scene of a Hong Kong blockbuster. Except I'm doing all the stunts, and the budget is about $3 and a pork bun. Time to save the hostage, ruin someone's illegal dreams, and maybe earn a little face XP while we're at it. Let's go be the most chaotic cop this city has ever seen. Ah, the final job. The last criminal piñata on today's hit list. You know, at this point, I've chased down more getaway cars than I've eaten dumplings this week, and that's saying something. But here we are, Wei Shen, the unofficial chief of police, en route to serve another steaming bowl of justice with a side of road rage. I've busted armed robbers, chased down half of Hong Kong's worst drivers, saved hostages like it's a part-time gig, and somehow, I haven't even broken a sweat. Or the suspension on this car. Yet. At this rate, I deserve a medal. Or at least a coupon for free pork buns. Now, let's not jinx it, but if this last perp thinks they're walking away clean today, they clearly haven't heard of my resume. Part-time cop, full-time chaos distributor. I'm like a human arrest warrant with a motorbike license and no chill. So buckle up, lovely viewers. We're about to wrap this crime-fighting saga with one last explosive finale. Because when Wei Shen rolls up, bad guys roll out. Usually off a ledge. Ah, look who's back in the driver's seat. Literally. Another day, another criminal who thinks they can outrun Hong Kong's most persistent undercover officer, with a glorious driving record of everyone crashes eventually. This one thinks they've got speed, style, and an escape plan. But they don't realize they're up against Wei Shen, master of mayhem, sultan of sirens, and professional tire popper. I've chased delivery trucks, getaway sedans, tuk-tuks, you name it. And now, I'm about to add one more dumb criminal to my growing collection of regretful speedsters. Let's light up that siren, baby, because this chase ends with broken bumpers, crushed dreams, and an official lesson in regret. Well, the cars stopped, and look who's suddenly feeling brave. These clowns thought it was a racing game, but now it's turned into Street Fighter, Hong Kong edition. They ditched the gas pedal for fists and bad decisions. And guess what? I've got enough combos to turn this parking lot into a UFC octagon. Let's dance, fellas. But fair warning, I don't throw hands, I throw justice-flavored knuckle sandwiches, and everyone's getting seconds today. Enough of the warm-up gigs, it's time for a real cop job. Officer Ting's got me digging into illegal street races, and you know what that means? Undercover mode, activated. I'm talking sunglasses at night, engine revs louder than my moral compass, and enough nitrous in the air to fuel a rocket launch. My mission: blend in, take notes, and figure out who's fast, who's furious, and who's dumb enough to spill secrets in front of an undercover cop wearing a fake jiggler tracksuit. Alright, forget detective work, forget surveillance, this is Need for Speed, Wei Edition. Illegal street race? Oh, you mean a high-speed therapy session where tires scream louder than the suspects. I show up wearing knockoff jiggler sweats, driving a car that smells like soy sauce and bad decisions, and somehow, I'm the professional. Wei Shen doesn't race to win. He races to establish dominance, collect criminal intel, and maybe, just maybe, look good doing it. These wannabe fast and furious extras thought they were competing for pink slips. Turns out, they're competing to see who gets arrested first. Now move aside, amateurs. I've got a street to dominate, a gang to infiltrate, and a suspiciously well-tuned sedan ready to leave egos in the rear view. Spoiler alert, this ain't Tokyo Drift. It's Hong Kong humiliation. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Wei Shen has officially joined the Hong Kong Grand Theft Go-Kart Championship. I'm swerving harder than a dumpling cart on Chinese New Year, and these so-called racers? Please. I've seen grandmas with walkers take corners faster. Look at this guy trying to overtake me. He thinks he's slick? Buddy, your spoiler's held together with chewing gum and regret. And that guy behind me, I think he missed the memo. This is a race, not a scenic tour of the city. Tight turn coming up, and we're still alive. That's a miracle worthy of a prayer shrine. Meanwhile, Wei's driving like he's late for a family dinner with Uncle Po, except instead of bringing dessert, he's bringing street justice. Speed boost activated. Adrenaline maxed out. Respect from racers? Non-existent. But fear not, I'm not here for trophies. I'm here to collect evidence at 120 kilometers per hour. So while these clowns are racing for cash, I'm racing for, well, plot progression. Now let's burn rubber, dodge traffic, and make this city remember the name, Detective Driftmaster Shen. Alright, time to switch gears, from Fast and Furious to Watch Dogs, Budget Edition. Wei Shen is back on the surveillance grind, because nothing says hardcore undercover cop like scrolling through grainy CCTV footage in your boxers. We're diving into Big Brother mode, zoom, pan, enhance. Somewhere in these pixels is a drug dealer who clearly missed the memo that crime doesn't pay. Especially when Wei Shen's the one collecting. And once we've ID'd our guy, oh, it's game over. I'm about to serve justice cold, like yesterday's leftover dim sum. Let's make this arrest faster than his dealer discount. Click, clack, cuffs on, and another one bites the concrete. Ah yes, the ancient Hong Kong ritual of defending a CCTV camera with your bare fists. Because nothing protects electronics like unpaid thugs with terrible fashion sense and worse combat skills. These guys really said, hey, let's guard government property with baseball bats and confidence issues. But guess what, fellas? Wei Shen didn't just come here to adjust the angle. He came here to rearrange faces. One punch for every missed rent payment. One kick for every time I had to rewind grainy footage. And one spinning back fist because I'm late for dim sum and you're in my way. Let's clean up this alley. Hong Kong's version of tech support is here, and he's got fists instead of firmware. Thugs. Deleted. Alley. Cleared. And now, time to do what I really came for, some high-stakes cable TV piracy. Wei Shen, Hong Kong's most dangerous IT technician, reporting for duty. Who needs passwords when you've got street cred and bruised knuckles? Let's plug in, twist some wires, pretend we know what we're doing, and boom. This ain't just hacking a camera. This is installing justice in 1080p. Alright, camera's hacked, signal's hot, and somewhere out there a drug dealer is doing shady business in full HD. And you know what that means? Wei Shen's about to turn from undercover cop to over-the-top justice delivery system. Now we're heading back to the apartment, aka Mission Control, aka the only place in Hong Kong where you can arrest someone without pants on, because let's be honest, Wei probably still hasn't changed since that Amanda date. Let's boot up the CCTV, sip some bubble tea, and drop the Bannermer on some poor soul who thought dealing drugs under a city-monitored camera was a genius move. Buckle up, buddy. Big Brother Wei is watching, and he's not here to babysit. And boom, another criminal behind bars. Wei Shen's justice levels just leveled up, cop rank upgraded, Triad rep boosted, and me? I'm still wondering how Wei hasn't pulled a muscle doing all this double-duty detective stuff. If you enjoyed the chaos, comedy, and criminal catching, then don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nebula Core Gaming, because Wei's climbing the ladder, and you don't want to miss the next rung.